Hello again. He hid in an alley, waiting for an innocent-looking passerby. When one finally approached, he dashed out and, in a cautious voice, asked,
"Got a match?"
As luck would have it, that innocent passerby was the chief of police. I waited until darkness, then crept slowly out of camp.
Step in, Mr. Peabody. What is it?
That, Sherman, is the big disc jockey show in the sky.
Quick, issue each man a musket.
Musket? They can't even hold a bottle.
Hey, he's got one of the rockets from the fireworks display. What are you going to do with that?
I'm going to the moon so I can write my Moonlight Sonata. What else?
Oh, no!
Grab him, Sherman! But before we could get close to him, Mr. Beethoven lit the rocket and roared up into the sky. Oh. It would seem, Sherman, as though the responsibility is ours.
Yeah, but how do you handle a dragon?
Preferably with asbestos gloves. A most accurate assumption. Something was using us for a chair. The largest and most ferocious-looking octopus I'd ever seen.
Let's face it, we're trapped.
Don't you worry, Mr. Holland. Mr. Peabody will get rid of that octopus.
What do you think I am, Sherman? Marine land?
And that is how Sherman and I found ourselves in the employ of the Pony Express.
Knife, please.
You going to carve your initials, Mr. Peabody?
No. The octopus glowered and came at me. Then, instead of attacking, he produced 8 tennis balls and proceeded to juggle. I knew that in order for us to get away, I must prove myself superior to him in every way.
Jeepers, Mr. General.
Jeepers?
That's an expression all children in cartoons use.
A burning candle, Mr. Peabody.
That is not a candle.
Are you sure? I did get an A in hockey, Mr. Peabody.
That's hooky, and step inside.
I see you have a sense of humor.
And with that, the steel door closed shut, never to open again.
Ooh, our timing is perfect. I bet he just finished the fall of the House of Usher.
Peeking over his shoulder, we were thoroughly stunned.
Look, Hermione, a rock with a note tied to it.
Suppressing the urge to throttle Sherman, I instead read the note.
Mongols, led by the legendary Fungus Khan.
Mr. Peabody, do you see what I see?
Implements of torture, Sherman. An iron lady, the rack, a spiked boot, and a television set. The most fiendish means of torture known to man was the Biloxi Bank. In front of it were 3 horses with their motors running. That could mean but one thing, a holdup.
Come on, Mr. Peabody.
My dear boy, I'm a genius, not a track star.
You all right, my boy?
I think so, Mr. Peabody. Ooh, some haunted house, huh?
Well, it would scare the dickens out of Dickens, I'll say that.
But not Edgar Allan Poe.
Not Edgar Allan Poe. In fact, there he was, floating next to us inside an old inner tube, having the time of his life. Hello out there, Peabody way back, and Loser here.
Why do they want the knife so badly?
Well, that's quite obvious, Sherman. The little fellow is named Jack. He wants it to be called the jackknife. The portly fellow in the middle is named Pen. He wants it to be called the penknife.
Who's the man on the end?
Mr. Butterfield of the Butterfield stage line.
He wants to call it a butter knife?
No, he wants to call it a fork.
Well, why?
He's the village troublemaker. It seemed as though a holdup had been in progress inside the clubhouse when the horses galloping through had put a timely stop to it. The Marquis was a hero and Sherman was a failure.
Mind if I take a bite, Mr. Bowie?
Not at all. I'll cut you off,
We stared in horror as Bowie produced a large bore revolver and pumped 6 shots into the steak.
Now, usually a prisoner goes to the exercise yard and plays a little handball, but in this prison it was different. Exercise consisted of 1 hour of cha-cha-cha.
Mr. Peabody, they'll kill each other.
Quick, Sherman, I need a dictionary and a penknife. The knife Sherman had. The dictionary was found in a nearby locker.
What are you going to do, Mr. Peabody?
Whittle.